Mesdames et messieurs, je vous demande d'accueillir, comme il se doit, David Wilson, vice-président Walt Disney Imagineering pour Disneyland Paris.
Merci Daniel, merci pour cette introduction. Je dois parler en anglais, désolé. Thank you Daniel for that nice introduction, and Jacob as well, and you should have told your wife you can wear the white shoes, no problem. So it's really a great pleasure for me to be here today. I have walked the halls of IAAPA many times over many years. I have many colleagues and friends here today, and so it's a particular honor for me to be here today, so I'd like to thank you. As Daniel mentioned, I work for Walt Disney Imagineering, also known as WDI. I'm sure many of you are already familiar with WDI, but if not, WDI is the branch of the Walt Disney Company responsible for coming up with the ideas and designing and delivering all of our parks, attractions, hotels, and cruise ships around the world. And I'm lucky enough to be the site leader for Walt Disney Imagineering at Disneyland Paris, leading an international team of more than 350 Imagineers who do exactly that, design and deliver all the ideas we're currently bringing to life at the resort. I joined Imagineering way back in 1991 in California to work on the then new development underway outside of Paris, even before the opening of the first park. And I've been fortunate to have spent most of my career here at Disneyland Paris, working on a number of incredible projects that most of you know and hopefully love, and in fact, many of you have worked on them, including Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast, Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, Crush's Coaster, Toy Story Playland, and Ratatouille the Adventure, just to name a few. And it seems that we at Imagineering will never get bored, as we're currently leading our unprecedented investment program that will, among other things, transform the Walt Disney Studios Park. It's an amazing set of projects that will certainly keep us busy over the next several years. Parks Imagineers work in more than 100 different disciplines that range from the creative, conceptual, to the technical, truly blending art, science, and management expertise to deliver experiences that delight our guests and enhance the Disney brand. WDI works with an incredible number of talented partners, probably some of the people in this room, the vendors, the contractors, all who collaborate with us to actually build and construct these ideas that we dream up. And yes, Daniel, I have a video too, so I'd like to show you a brief video that explains a little bit about what we do at Imagineering.
When we dream up new ideas for Disneyland, they first take shape and form in preliminary studies. These scale models and drawings and blueprints. These are the things that dreams are made of.
applause. So I hope that clip gives you a little bit better idea of the breadth of what we do. And we have Imagineers working in our parks all around the world to support just this mission. But today, I'm going to focus on what Imagineering is doing at Disneyland Paris, and particularly the extension efforts at the Walt Disney Studios Park that Daniel mentioned earlier. When we were considering how to transform this park, we kept several principles in mind. And one that we really focused on was franchise development, which is at the heart of our global park expansion strategy. Our stories, characters, and franchises fuel the guest experience at Disneyland Paris and will continue to be key differentiators of our unparalleled experience for our guests and for our cast. As affinity for Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars continues to grow, box office success is only the beginning. By incorporating those story worlds into our portfolio, we are creating a unique content ecosystem that no other company, can match. Country too. Marvel, Star Wars, and Frozen, three of Disney's most popular stories and franchises that will soon have an even bigger presence at our resort, all continue to have a high appeal in France and across Europe. Our fans tell us they want to see the characters and stories they love, both on and off the screen. And we know there's a huge appetite for guests to immerse themselves in our stories in the real world. Therefore, each of these three entirely new areas themed to Marvel, Star Wars, and Frozen will be highly immersive and all-encompassing with new attractions, restaurants, merchandise locations, live entertainment, and the immersive environments that Disney is known for across the globe. To begin with, let me now tell you a little bit more about the fantastic new area dedicated to Frozen. As you know, Frozen is an incredibly successful franchise that has made a mark on popular culture through its story, its endearing characters, and of course, its songs. It captured the hearts of more than 120 million moviegoers around the world when the first film was released back in 2013, and this winter will be the highly anticipated global release of Frozen 2, scheduled for the end of November. Since the release of the film in 2013, Anna, Elsa, Olaf, and their friends have arrived in our parks through shows and greeting experiences with our guests, including the Disney Stars on Parade, the Mickey and the Magician Show, and our nighttime spectacular, Disney Illuminations. Our guests have told us again and again over the years that they love Frozen in our parks, which is why we will continue to grow the presence of this franchise at Disneyland Paris, in line with our consumer-centric approach that aims not only at meeting, but at exceeding our guests' expectations. A Frozen-themed area will be part of the extension of the Walt Disney Studios Park. As soon as they enter the park, our guests will see the snow-capped Arendelle Mountain rising up in front of a beautiful lake that will be the new heart of the park, with shows and happenings in the daytime and at night. Approaching, they will discover the architecture of the castle and its Norwegian-inspired kingdom. Guests will be immersed in the new world of Arendelle with a new attraction that will transform them to the heart of this kingdom, as well as encounters with characters from the film, shops, and a restaurant. We will have the opportunity to reveal a little bit more about that in the coming months, so stand by. But long before the opening of this land, Disneyland Paris will introduce its first ever Frozen celebration this winter, From January 12th to May 3rd, 2020, Disneyland Paris guests will discover an exclusive new show 4 times a day in the Disneyland Park on the parade route with dancers in a brand new float, and of course, Anna and Elsa in their new costumes from the new film, plus Olaf and Kristoff and Sven. Did I mention there'll be a new float for this occasion? Yes, there will. As part of our 360-degree approach, guests will also be able to taste themed food and beverages, and a specially created range of products will also be available. In the Walt Disney Studios Park, guests will also be able to interact with characters in a brand new interactive adventure at Animation Celebration called Frozen, a musical invitation. This new offering will include 2 experiences. First, guests will have the chance to sing and learn Elsa's magical gestures thanks to Anna and Kristoff before being invited into Elsa's Ice Palace to sing the chorus of Let It Go with characters from the movie. The second experience will be a unique meet and greet opportunity with the lovable Olaf. This new adventure at Walt Disney Studios Park starts November 16th. As you can see, Disneyland Paris will be the destination for all Frozen fans who wish to live adventures alongside Elsa, Anna, and their friends, and with even more immersive experiences. We are, and we always will be, focused on immersing our guests in the stories they love, putting them right in the action. And that is exactly what we intend to do with even more action-packed Marvel stories and adventures at Disneyland Paris. We will start with another immersive Marvel season, which returns to the resort next spring with everyone's favorite superheroes, featuring all of the exciting entertainment, thrilling encounters, and themed offerings that our guests know and love. It's sure to be an epic experience and a wonderful experience all over again. But this isn't the only Marvel project we've got going on. Much closer in the future is a major refurbishment of Disney's Hotel New York. Again, at Disneyland Paris, we always strive to deliver an unparalleled guest experience that brings our beloved characters, stories, and franchises to life. This immersive storytelling and these unique characters and worlds are what set our experiences apart. Our guests have come to expect that from our parks, but increasingly our hotels are also part of that storytelling and extend the experience even after the parks are closed. And that is exactly what will happen with the much anticipated Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel. And today I'm very excited to get to share with you some more details about this brand new hotel experience. We are currently creating what will be the first hotel in the world dedicated entirely to the celebration of Marvel art. As any Marvel fan knows, New York is the home to many iconic superheroes, as well as the artists who created them, so we thought this was a perfect chance to bring the two together. This hotel will be a luxury, contemporary, Manhattan establishment, transporting our guests into a New York art gallery. It will be a must-experience part of a Disneyland Paris visit for guests of all ages. This is in line with the strategic vision of our Disney hotels, bringing the magic to life in themed environments and extending our ability to tell compelling stories beyond the parks. As soon as our guests enter the lobby, they will feel like they're inside a contemporary Manhattan building. Each side of the lobby will have backlit panels featuring black and white comics. Our guests will also discover Iron Man suits of armor on display and stunning pieces of Marvel art on the walls. The stainless steel columns will be engraved with Marvel superheroes, while a screen behind the reception desk will broadcast a unique making of video showing the works of art in the making. When the ambitious reimagining of this hotel is complete, It will feature the largest collection of Marvel art in the world, with more than 300 unique, curated works of art throughout the hotel, including some never before seen pieces. We're collaborating with artists from both Marvel Comics and Marvel Studios for this epic transformation. The work of more than 50 artists from France, Italy, Spain, the United Kingdom, Argentina, Japan, Canada, and the United States will be featured for an unparalleled diversity of artistic style from around the world. And there are exclusive works of art that will be developed especially for this hotel. The collection will be unique with comic books, comic book covers, posters, concept art from films, storyboards, production design, props, original sketches, media, and more. The hotel will include entirely redesigned rooms with a modern feel. There will be 471 superior rooms, each featuring Marvel artwork, and 65 Empire State Club rooms with additional amenities and services. These executive rooms will be directly inspired by Tony Stark's master bedroom in a much more reasonable size, of course, with a nod to the legendary Iron Man through the choice of color. 25 suites will go above and beyond for our fans, including Avengers suites, Spider-Man suites, superhero suites, and 2 presidential suites. These large themed suites will celebrate iconic heroes throughout the entire room, including subtle references in the furniture design and stunning pieces inspired by superheroes commissioned from several Marvel artists. They will be certainly a must-see for any Marvel fan. Excuse me. And no experience at a Disney hotel would be complete without themed dining locations. In this case, transporting our guests from the French countryside to the heart of the iconic restaurants of New York City. At Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, guests will experience the best of New York City, everything from table service and buffet options to high-end martini and loft bars. The Manhattan restaurant will be an elegant and refined dining experience, serving freshly produced Italian food. The masterpiece of design will be its majestic Asgard-inspired chandelier, which also happens to resemble an upside-down Manhattan skyline. The downtown diner will take guests on a culinary journey in New York with 3 live cooking areas for American, Italian, and Asian dishes. In the spirit of a typical Manhattan deli, guests will be surrounded not by pictures of celebrities, but by 90 unique pieces of art, from superhero portraits to character studies and sketches that were never published. The Skyline Bar, a high-end New York martini bar with sleek architecture inspired by Tony Stark's loft, will offer Marvel-themed cocktails and tasty bites. Our guests will enjoy a breathtaking, rotating view of New York City and even a few surprise superhero sightings. At the Lounge Bar, designed as a Manhattan artist's loft with brick walls and a very nice terrace, we'll serve trendy, healthy, and organic items, including wine and bottled beer from microbreweries. As you can see, we'll have a unique dining at this hotel to suit every taste. And who doesn't like to shop? Guests can even take their Marvel Adventures home with them, thanks to the New York Boutique, which recalls the secret space where Iron Man stores his suits of armor. It will offer, among other things, a selection of exclusive Marvel artwork collectibles. Of course, the hotel will also have all the amenities guests have come to expect from a Disney hotel, like indoor and outdoor pools, a sauna and steam area, and a dedicated fitness club, plus outdoor sporting activities. The Metro Pool will be a direct tribute to the New York City subway through its design, materials, and colors. Young guests can stop by the Marvel Design Studio with a dedicated kids corner themed to a real Marvel animator's bullpen, where they will learn how to be a Marvel comic book artist. And anyone who spends a day in our parks knows that the opportunity to encounter fan-favorite characters is incredibly popular. As fans who attended D23 Expo in California learned just a few weeks ago, Hotel New York guests will have that chance. There will be a dedicated space designed to evoke Marvel moments called Superhero Station, where guests can meet some legendary Marvel superheroes. It will also have one-of-a-kind photo locations that invite guests to step right into the action, wielding Thor's hammer, joining the collector's collection from Guardians of the Galaxy, and more. Disney parks around the world are ranked as some of the most Instagrammable spots in the world. And when this project is complete, we will have a chance to put this hotel on that list. So I know you're all excited to see Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel for yourselves, and you won't have to wait long, because the highly anticipated grand opening is next summer, with sales going on starting November 5th. Sign up now and stay tuned for more news in the future. In addition to the return of the Marvel season and the much anticipated launch of the brand new hotel experience, we have a whole new area themed to Marvel coming to the Walt Disney Studios Park as part of our unprecedented expansion plan. As Bob Chapek recently announced, the new area themed to the world of Marvel will be called Avengers Campus. It will immerse guests in the Marvel universe like never before at Disneyland Paris, a place where guests can suit up alongside their favorite superhero. The experience is part of a larger story that takes place on a global scale, with the Avengers setting up installations at our parks around the world. Avengers Campus will include the first Disney ride-through attraction to feature Spider-Man, giving guests of all ages a taste of what it's like to have actual superpowers as they sling webs to help Spider-Man collect spider bots that have run amok. This is just one of the many adventures guests will experience in Avengers Campus, set up by the Avengers to recruit the next generation of superheroes. From staying in our hotels to being immersed in the action in our parks, we can't wait for guests to discover new worlds and live their superhero stories with us. You know, the Marvel heroes inspire us at Imagineering. They inspire you, and they inspire millions across the globe. And they just can't wait until the Avengers Campus is ready. So please give a special welcome to our Marvel superheroes. Oh, come on, an IAAPA welcome, yes? Okay. So I definitely think that was an Instagrammable moment. And so, just like Captain Marvel that you just saw, all of us at Walt Disney Imagineering also love to go higher, further, and faster. And we are currently doing that at Disneyland Paris. Thank you very much for your time, and now I'd like to turn the microphone back to my esteemed colleague, Daniel Delcourt.